Paul Lil Sutton.
La Lil Sutton.
Welcome to... Ooh.
Whose pussy is this? This week we're trying something different. It's called Laughing Quietly, and it's not working.
Thanks.
Honestly. But hi, welcome back.
Hiya, it's Leisha Nam.
What it do, baby? I love that saying.
Who are we?
Look, I've got a camera in front of me. I'm a different person. I don't know who she is.
It's the new moon. It's the new moon.
It's the new moon. The Mercury's out of retrograde. I'm feeling some things in Leo season.
Yeah, the truths are being told this season.
I'm scared.
Okay, we've got some questions.
Yep, so it's another 3 Wishes episode for everyone. So we've got a couple things that we're going to answer, and at the very end we've got a new little thing we like to call a hard pill to swallow. Which
it's basically where someone we feel needs to have a hard truth.
Yeah, basically it's the kind of, I mean, you guys know that we already do not really have any holdbacks and we just say everything, but this is one of them, like, you gonna learn today.
Sit down.
Be humble. Wow, I'm such a loser. Okay, let's get into our first one. So I'll start with this here. This is a message that we received over a few parts. So it's basically asking us to discuss on long-term relationships. I've been in one for 3 years and I love him, but sometimes I just want to go traveling alone or fuck other people. Feel as though I got into a serious relationship too soon. I love him and he treats me well. It's just hard knowing the right decisions to make because you can change your life forever. Eek. Your phone again. Mine's already on Do Not Disturb. It's pretty much on Do Not Disturb 24/7.
You know what's funny is that that's exactly the crossroad I had in my first relationship at the 3-year mark.
Yeah.
Is I was like, oh, am I going to do this forever or am I going to fuck around and live a little? Because, yeah, he was like my first everything, which we've talked about 100 times over that. But I feel like if you're having any kind of feeling or second thought or feeling that you're missing out, there's nothing to lose in exploring that, ever.
No way. I think, to be honest, if you are having any kind of doubts or anything, like, to me, indecision is always a decision. So, like, whenever you start to feel like, am I doing the right thing? I really want to have sex with other people. I want to explore. I want to go traveling. I want to do things on my own. To be honest, to me, that kind of gives you your answer. Like, I feel like at that point, you know that maybe this isn't right for you right now. And that's actually okay. Like, it's okay to feel that way. It's totally normal. It's human. I don't know how old this person is. Yeah. Whether you're 21 or 31, like, if you have any kind of doubts about something, generally your gut is telling you something isn't right.
Because if it was meant to be for right now, you wouldn't even have any second thoughts, any other questions, any distractions.
Nah.
Your head wouldn't be turned, would it?
Your head would not be turned. It wouldn't be turned. No, but also, like, the universe, like, has a path for us all, yes, and so a decision can change your life forever, but, like, you have a path, and, like, a split second can absolutely change that. And so either you're gonna follow what you want to do, or you're gonna kind of stay stuck in this stable setting and never explore out of it.
And you know what,
and in which case, if it doesn't happen now, there's going to be another bump in the road that it will happen.
It's going to be a slow build up, which is exactly what happened to me, is that every little tiff, and it was like stupid fights, like fights over petty things, but because I was missing something in the relationship, every little fight I turned into a big deal because I was unhappy and I couldn't put my finger on it, or I couldn't be honest with myself that it just wasn't enough, even though this person was like 95% of what I wanted. And even if that person is for you, isn't it better that you go out, figure out yourself, explore whatever you want to do, travel the world, figure yourself out even more, and then even after all that person let you free and you still came back to them? Doesn't that mean more than me saying to someone, I don't want you to do anything, I want you to be with me and I want to be your only option? I'd rather say to you, go figure yourself out, and then if I'm right for you, you'll come back to me. And
honestly, like, what is meant to be yours will be yours. And so the fact that you're at this crossroads, kind of just says that maybe you're unsure, and if you do end up back together, that's so amazing. Then it literally means you two are meant to be. But if not, that's still all good as well, because there'll be someone else out there who's right for you in that instance. But I think if you're feeling these doubts and whatever, either talk to him if you're really unsure. Does he want to fuck other people? Do you guys want to travel together? Like, you need to have a discussion, and these discussions are always fucking awkward.
Yeah, you might even be like, hey, I want to figure myself. I think I want to be single for a bit. I just don't want to feel like I'm missing out on anything. I don't want to look back and we're married with kids and it's too late for me to do that.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to miss out on your fun years, which are happening right now, and all your fun stuff that you can be doing, and then have to wait until your kids are like 20 and moved out of home before you can finally go and explore your life and yourself.
If there's one thing that I would give advice to like any girl or like my future kids, I'd always be like, don't marry your first love and don't only fuck one person.
I mean, facts right there.
I just feel like how can you know that that's your favorite if that's the only thing you've tried? Like, how can you know that pasta is the best food in the world if you haven't had lasagna?
Facts. But how can you know that like the country that you currently live in is the best place in the world if you've never been anywhere else?
And you've never traveled.
Like, there's like that really old lame saying, but like, you can't, if you only like stay in one place, it's like reading one page of a book. Like, you never know the rest of what's going on.
Exactly.
I think we've answered that wish. We've granted it.
Dump him. Next.
See ya. Okay, but actually, all right, so next we have got a message here. So hey girls, loving your podcast. It's been so incredible to hear these topics being talked about openly and without embarrassment. Thanks. I'd love for you guys to chat about staying friends with exes. For me, it's a big no-no when the relationship is over. They are deleted from my life, and I don't even think about them. My current boyfriend is still close friends with his ex of 5 years, and when we come home, he wants to catch up with her, first with me over a coffee or something casual, and then without me because he doesn't want me to sit through their catch-up stories of when they were together. I don't think he would cheat, and I trust him, but the thought of him hanging out with her one-on-one and reliving old memories, reigniting that spark, makes me physically nauseous just thinking about it. How do I get over it and become okay with the idea that this girl who knows him 100 times better than I do, and that he poured so much love into, will always be a part of his life? Or is he out of line for not caring that he's hurting me in the process of seeing her?
I'd say cut it off.
I reckon he needs to cut it off with her, because if it makes you feel uncomfortable, he needs to realize that that doesn't make you feel good, and if you guys are together, he should be doing things that make you feel good.
Yes, but also doesn't matter if he's with her, someone else, another girl. No girl is ever going to be comfortable with you having an intimate relationship with your ex, ever. And that's why, even though me and my first boyfriend, we were best friends for like 2 years after we broke up, as soon as he got a girlfriend, she couldn't handle the fact that I was really close to him.
Still in his life. Yeah.
Still in his life. I was still in another country and she still couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
But he was like, I don't think we can do this anymore. If I want to make it work with this girl, we have to cut communication. And I was like, yeah, no, like, all respect to you. Like, I get it.
Exactly.
You've got to put her needs first. She's your girl now. She's the number one in your life. So you have to do what's right by her and what makes her feel most secure and most happy. Like,
exactly.
It shouldn't.
Yeah. It's really that simple.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, it sounds like he's being very honest with her and saying that he still catches up with you three all together, is what I gather from this. And then when he just goes and hangs out by himself with her. I think it's weird that they want to reminisce on old times together, though.
No, that's fuck. That says to me they want to get back together.
That to me just sounds like there's still some kind of sexual tension or energy between them, because the idea of honestly having sex with either of my ex-boyfriends, I don't hate them, but like, no. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Exactly.
I would never want to relive that. So I don't know. Just, I think also, if it literally makes you feel physically sick, like, that's all good. Not okay. I don't know. I mean, it's up to you if you want to be okay and just allow them to have this friendship. But if it makes you feel sick and you don't like it, then he needs to cut it off.
He needs to. And you need to also vocal that. Like, say that to him. I think you're completely in your rights to say, I feel uncomfortable with this. I honestly feel like you have to choose.
Yeah, he does. And he's your boyfriend. You should not have to feel embarrassed or ashamed about anything you want to talk to him about.
And he's crazy if he thinks he's going to find any girl that's okay with that relationship.
Literally. Unless he wants to get back with the ex.
Yeah. And guess what? Even if you leave, he might be like, shit, this person's more important to me, I'm gonna get rid of my ex. Or he might end up with his ex and they might end up together, and you'd be like, cool, I fucking dodged a bullet.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's different when guys in relationships have female friends that there isn't that kind of history with. That's totally different. You can be with friends with whoever you want.
It's the history and the past,
but
it's that's the issue.
The fact that they were together and they were in love, and if they were together for 5 years, like, that's a long time for them to have spent together as well. So maybe they're both kind of just don't know how to cut that cord, don't know how to let it go.
Yeah.
But, you know, like we always say, you got to cut it.
Yeah, and we always say, like, past energy in your present is never going to allow you to grow. And he's never going to have that full intimacy with you and full, like, undivided attention and connection with you if he's still entertaining something from his past.
Yeah, exactly. I think that we granted that one too. Very cool. Okay. And then we have our final wish here. My friend wants to know what to do when her boyfriend has a low sex drive. Like, it's a mixture of being lazy and just low libido. He literally says no to her sometimes because he's tired, or literally just says no. The most romantic thing he said to her is, ugh, fine, we can have sex, but I'm not doing any foreplay because I'm really tired. Oi, that's
a straight deal breaker.
I would dump him.
Nah, sex is, like, I would say, just as important as, like, emotional connection, or if not for me, slightly more.
I'm telling you right now, like, I need an emotional connection, but physical sex is the number one thing I need in a relationship. But honestly, we've talked about this
sex
before.
Sex is the only thing you can give me that I can't get from anywhere else.
100%. Like, that's the only reason that me and Emily
are not fucking.
We can't give each other that. We can't. Like, it's facts though. Like, that's the one thing that we don't do in our relationship, and that's what I would get from anyone else. So when you have a relationship with somebody, that's one thing that you sacredly share with that person. If this guy is too lazy to fuck you, like, he needs to find someone else with a low libido as well. Or, I don't know, does he wank?
I don't think low libido is a real thing. I just don't believe in it, but maybe that's because
I don't have a low libido.
I have such a high sex drive that I'm just like,
I'm always down, honestly.
I just always feel like if you're so in love with someone and so obsessed with someone and you're so meant to be together, your body, and it's a biological thing, your bodies will want to be united.
Yes.
And I just don't know, like, it's the highest, like, form of, like, becoming one.
It is.
You're physically becoming
connecting.
one.
Yeah. I mean, this guy, if he's got a low libido, though, like, does he masturbate? Does he spend his time masturbating and that's why he doesn't want to have sex with her?
But also, like, is he all good?
If he's, yeah.
No, like, as in, does he need to go to the doctor and get his shit checked out? Because that could be a health issue.
No, man. I don't know. I'd dump him. Find someone who's going to put his dick in you at all hours.
If it's the same as a guy having a micro penis, like, it's a deal breaker.
Yeah, you got to go find a micro fanny. I think we're doing good with the client laughing.
me trying to suppress my laugh. Sounds like I hit my toe on the table.
If I cover my mouth, does it mean I laugh quietly? No, look, it's still fucking loud. Okay. I don't know.
Dude, we're powering through this. It's 15 minutes.
I reckon these questions are quick, smart. We don't...
Because, you know why? Because our answer to everything is dump him.
I mean, if we said that to 3 people, there's 3 answers.
Dump him.
Honestly.
Well, it's facts. It's like, if you're having this really inner turmoil about something you're not happy in your relationship and you've tried to fix it, you're not meant to be with that person. I can't express enough how many times have we talked about this. If you're meant to be together, it will be easy and it will happen. Of course, there will be trials and tribulations or whatever, but they should be, overcomable.
They can just be overcome.
Unsurmountable.
Yeah. I think, like, someone being too lazy and all of that, like, sometimes there are moments when you're really, 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 really tired and you're like, I don't know if I could have sex now. But then you get that fanny twitch.
Oh, that was me the other day.
Straight up, I told you this. We had this chat the other day, literally. I don't know if I can be bothered. No, you can. As soon as you get, like, the little thigh rub, or you get, like, a little something, you're like, I'm ready.
Yeah, because I went out all night. And then I worked all day, and I came in and I was like, I'm going to pass out. And I was like, Alicia, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could suck a dick. And then...
Straight up, you can suck a dick. Put that dick in your mouth, girl.
You are never too tired.
Never too tired for sex. Honestly, it wakes you up as well. Like, I get this new energy with sex.
Oh,
and then, also, like, you can try and fuck me to sleep and I'll get, like, a little bit tired. But then I'm, like, wide awake and I'm ready to go
and you
again.
wake me up in the middle of the night and I'll be like... But as soon as you put your fingers...
Straight up!
As soon as you
never
put your fingers
tired. See?
It's like... It's better than an alarm clock. It will get me straight up, you know?
Honestly, and I stay up.
Straight
up. I'm ready to go. But no, I don't know. I mean, I think your friend needs to talk to her boyfriend. Like, if she's got an issue with it. But he maybe does need to see someone. If he does have a low libido, I feel sorry for you, man, because you're missing out on the best thing ever in life.
Yeah, I just could never...
Imagine.
I would rather have a relationship that was amazing sex and no emotional connection for the rest of my life. Then
I've got you for emotional. I just need someone to fuck me real good.
Yeah, like, exactly.
I'm pretty good at fucking myself real good at the moment, though.
Exactly.
Don't need no man.
I honestly feel like that's why I haven't been coming lately, is because
I make my cum
so good.
My self-cum too good. I've had so many orgasms this week, it's not even funny.
The guy from the other night...
My skin is actually looking really good. I believe that is why.
Yeah. The guy from the other night was like... As he left, he was like, oh, so you're going to play with Tyrone now? And then
100%!
And I was like, that's cute. You remember his name? And he goes, yeah, of course I do. He's the man of the house. And I was like, respect!
He's also the man that gives me what you can't.
I mean...
Sorry, boy.
Triggered.
I mean, have we granted this wish, though?
Yeah, I think, well... It's up to her.
Aside from just the dumping.
I mean, you can try it. You can try spice up your relationship if you want. If you want to go do the full, like, role play, put some outfits on, watch some porn together.
I don't know, though. This guy
honestly
says, ugh, fine, we can have sex, but I'm not doing any foreplay because I'm really tired. Does that mean he doesn't even want his dick sucked?
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of guy doesn't want his dick sucked?
I just feel like if you're not getting it from me, you're getting it from somewhere else.
There's also that, so maybe he's fucking around.
Yeah.
Or he's just really addicted to masturbating.
Nah, I just really believe that ain't right.
It's not. Your boyfriend, it's like, you know, I went on a date recently and the whole time I was like, is this guy gonna like make a move? Like, what's going on? I just want you to just like want to rip off my clothes. Like, yeah. I'm sat there anticipating it, and then I was like, actually, do you know what? Fuck this. Like, if he's not going to make a move, this is shit. I want to know that you want to rip my fucking clothes off.
Hard.
And your boyfriend should want to do that as soon as you walk in the door.
Desirable I am. I love when like you're sleeping with someone and the whole time they're like, oh, your ass, your tits, like,
yeah, you're so beautiful, you're so this, like, yeah. Exactly. You want to know.
I love that. Like, compliment me. Like, you know. Fucking admire me.
But this guy, I mean, nah, dump him.
Next.
Granted the wish. I say granted like you.
Grant. I'm going to grant a couple of wishes.
Yeah, I'm saying it like an Australian. Granted that wish. Okay, the final one, this is our hard pill to swallow. Let me just get my ting right here. Okay, we've heard this message a couple of times, and so we kind of just wanted to like really bite the bullet and just get it out there and say this.
Yeah.
And I will maybe just apologize slightly if this is really ruthless, but it's the hard pill to swallow and needs to be said. Ways to climax when never done before, so without masturbating. I'm gonna give it to you straight.
Like,
you need to masturbate.
The problem isn't the question, is the fact that you're clearly not comfortable with your own body, and you can't expect someone to figure out your body if you don't know your own body. Like,
100%.
We said this before. How can someone love you if you don't love yourself? It's the same thing. How can someone else make you come if you can't make yourself come? You need to know your body, and you also need to be comfortable with your body. The fact that you have a fear of touching yourself and fear of masturbating is the problem in itself.
That is a massive problem. And also, like, you need to figure out what you actually like. So when you're having sex with a person, you need to know what you enjoy sexually so that you can tell them, and that way they're going to make you come. Because you might be a clit girl, you might be a G-spot girl, you might need both. Who fucking knows? Maybe you like a finger up your ass. I do. But you know what I mean? Like, if you don't know what feels good to you to make you come, then how the fuck can you expect your boyfriend to do it for you?
No.
And like, I understand that sometimes there are pressures, like, you know, maybe you live at home with your parents or your family and you can't always masturbate.
But that's
what
the shower
do it in the shower.
Do it in the shower. Put some music on. Use the shower head.
I did that.
I used to do that. It's the one.
It feels good.
On your clit, sis. Or you know what you also need to do is just watch porn. Don't pressure yourself to have to touch yourself. Just sit alone, get in the mood, watch some stuff, see what turns you on.
What's that? There's like this meme and it's like, it's really good. It's like me, porn in a storyline, and it's like you sit there with a glass of wine and you're like watching the porn with the storyline. Like sometimes you just need to watch a little bit.
I know.
And then you don't even realize that you're getting turned on and you're like, oh fuck, I'm actually wet. Okay, now I'm going to touch myself.
I actually need porn with like that has some type of realistic either story, intro or connection, or I don't buy into it.
The storylines always are really funny sometimes. Like, I'm just thinking about this one I watched the other day, but I won't get into it now. Anyway, the point is I'm the same. I need it to look like it's real sex.
Yeah.
Like, that they're not just two people fucking. So, like, you know, sometimes you watch porn and you can actually see that the girl, like, isn't even wet.
Yeah.
Like, I turn that off straight away. Or when they're fucking with a condom on the guy, I'm like, nah, see ya.
You know what makes me cringe so much in porn? Is when you watch interracial porn and then you see the girl's makeup get all over the guy.
Oh, and it's like this white
like
chalky shit. It's so funny. No, I actually switched off an interracial porn one day because I was watching it and the guy was like, she was on top of him, he was like fucking her from underneath, and all I could see was his dry, ashy ass ball sack. And I was like, oh my god, put some lotion on it. Like, what is happening? I was so put off. I was like, I can't even masturbate anymore.
Actually, you know what would be a good story to share is how we both figured out masturbating.
I don't want to share that story.
Okay, I'll share
I mean, I could, but I was really, really, really young when I kind of figured out, and I didn't know until like years later what it actually meant. I can tell you, it's fucking embarrassing.
You can tell.
You go first.
Okay, well, I remember being really sexually frustrated and no one ever talked about masturbating in high school. I used to just like literally sit and listen to sex songs and then think about sex and I'd just sit there and be horny because like I didn't know that you could touch yourself, didn't know that you could relieve yourself. I just like fucking sit there and dwell in it and torture myself. And then it wasn't until I lost my virginity that I actually started masturbating, because I don't know, no one ever talked about it and I just didn't think it was something that women did ever. So once I started having sex and obviously feeling more comfortable with my body, I remember just like being on Tumblr and like coming across
Tumblr porn. That's honestly though, on Tumblr you don't expect it, and then all of a sudden there's this whole fucking world of Tumblr porn and you're like, I see it.
Yeah, and there's like these pages that are all dedicated to sex. You can find ones that are like women based that like are all about, you know, porn for women or whatever.
Yeah.
Or yeah, anyway, just even if you Google like best Tumblr sex pages, that shit's bomb because it's all set out for you. You don't have to go through all the cringy shit. And I remember coming across this video.
Top Tumblr porn. I'll send you some links.
And I remember watching this porn and it was like this girl getting in and out and being like, what is this? I can't stop looking. And I just watched it and I remember getting so turned on, and then I started obviously touching myself. And
Amazing I don't think you didn't start masturbating. Had you ever tried to touch yourself before?
No, I just had such a big weird thing that was like a fear to even touch myself. And that's probably what this girl had as well. But the thing is, she's sexually active, so it's a bit, like she should be slowly getting into that or have already gotten into that.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's really important to like just actually really get to know your vagina. She's a beautiful thing. Your pussy.
She's your best friend.
She's your flower. She's going to be there through everything. I was talking about this earlier with my friend. We had coffee and I was talking about like getting laser hair removal, and she was like, oh, I'm really not sure about getting someone I know to do it. And I was like, fuck it. My friend used to wax my pussy for me for like years, and it was really funny. At first I felt so awkward, and then I was like, actually I don't really care, we're best mates, it's all good, whatever. And she told me I had a pretty flower, and I was like, I know.
I had a boyfriend wax my vagina once. I'm just like, you just get used to it. You get used to people seeing your vagina.
I think that, yeah, maybe even like, I don't know, you need to see what's going on, maybe have a look at it, figure out what you like, touch it.
Figure out if you're a G-spot girl or a clit girl, or maybe you're both.
Definitely, you need to touch your pussy, and you have to do it. Masturbating is the only way you're going to actually know how you can make yourself come. And I don't remember when I first ever made myself come from masturbating, but
maybe she has this anxiety of being the one that's making her come, like the idea that she can't disconnect the fact that it's her fingers to the picture in her mind.
I think
that's why I watch porn while I do it, because I don't think about myself when I'm masturbating, obviously.
No, I'm watching that, but I'm usually not even really watching it.
Yeah,
it's just there to turn me on, really.
It's there to turn me on, and once I turn it off, and then I just use my head.
Then I think about,
I totally just rolled my eyes back then.
Yes.
But I remember it. I don't think I came the first time.
Oh, I definitely didn't come the first time I masturbated. I don't even think I knew what I was fucking doing. I was just putting my fingers in places and shit. I come the quickest when I have both clit and G-spot stimulation simultaneously. Yeah.
So I figured that out, and I was like, I remember the first time I gave myself an orgasm, I was like, what the fuck?
I think this also goes back to, okay, so a few people have also messaged us asking about like how to squirt, because they've been very curious to know, and this kind of comes back to this as well. Like, when you first orgasm, you need to be super, super relaxed, because when it comes and you get that kind of feeling, that build up, that pressure, and then you're like, oh my god, and you let it go, and it feels so fucking good. Yeah, it's the same when you're gonna squirt. You literally get this feeling, and it feels like you're gonna pee, and you feels like you're gonna pee, but you're not gonna pee, and then as soon as you take that anxiety out, there it is.
Go get stoned.
And then you got a wet patch.
And then you gotta change your sheets.
And then you gotta change your damn sheets. But honestly, yeah, maybe drink a glass of wine, get high, smoke a little something.
Light a little something.
And touch yourself, girl.
Yeah, definitely get relaxed. I think that was a big anxiety I had too. But once I figured out what I liked, and I started telling my boyfriend like what I liked, and do this, and then when I love when you're orgasming and then you suddenly slow down the pace, because it just makes that orgasm last so much longer.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, technical difficulties again.
Once again.
But yeah, do you want to share how you first orgasmed?
I don't know if this is my first orgasm. I can't remember that, but my first masturbating experience, this is so embarrassing. But I used to live with my dad. It was just me and my dad when I was like 13 to like maybe the age of like 19ish, I think. Just me and my dad. We were close. Anyway, I was a nosy little motherfucker, man. Yeah. And I used to like go through his shit all the time. Like, I just loved knowing what my dad was up to. He had a girlfriend and stuff, and like she was only a few years older than me. She was like 21, I think.
What?
She was 21 and I was like 13. I mean, go dad. But like, ew. Anyway, I was in like the garage one day, and I found this box, and it was like labeled something real dumb, like,
and then you found your box.
And I found this whole box of like proper videos, you know, VCRs of porn.
The OG.
And so literally that was the only way before the internet. That was what they did, magazines and proper videos.
Yeah.
And so of course took this box upstairs. I took this DVD. I remember the name of it. It was called No Man's Land. No Man's Land. I know. And then I relearnt why, because she had a bush, a full-on bush. Like, this is like 80s porn. Anyway, I watched it and I found myself getting really super turned on by it, and I'm pretty sure I masturbated to my dad's porn.
I mean, it was just porn. It doesn't have to be your dad's porn.
But it was my dad's porn.
It was, but you know what?
But yeah, I don't think I came or anything, but I was quite young. I was probably like 14 maybe at the time. I don't know if I'd had sex already by that point. I may have been fingered like once or twice and didn't really know what the fuck is happening then either.
Yeah.
But you know, so I found myself just very turned on by it. And I think when you're quite young, and I hadn't actually had sex at that point either, so seeing something like that was quite confronting. But it's also quite confronting because at the time I was like, am I allowed to be feeling these ways? Like, I didn't know that I was feeling horny.
That was why I never touched myself. It's like this kind of
weird tingly, the fanny flutters, the twitch you get. And then I was like, fuck it. And I remember I had to then take the VCR out and put it back and then hide it back in the garage. And then every time I wanted to like masturbate, I'd have to go on back and get it and find it again. So me and No Man's Land got pretty close.
Pretty close.
But yeah, she had full bush, man. It was real weird. Like,
so funny.
Obviously, like, I had pubes, but I shaved them or whatever when I was that young.
Yeah.
Like, so I never really had any. So I was always like, ew. It just grossed me out so much that she literally, like, I don't think I've ever been that hairy.
Well, no, I have laser, so it's like the bomb.
But so much hair.
So much hair.
But I still liked
that was
it
the thing,
at the
though.
time.
I mean, and it's still some girls' things now.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't. Like,
I need to be hair
that's all I think of. Is
I just also reckon, like, seriously, the hair on your pussy, I guess maybe, I don't know about guys, because your sensitivity's all in your dick, I really guess. But
in the tip, yeah, which is the
like,
head anyway.
Yeah.
Hair, sorry.
When I've got hair on my vagina, not that I ever do now, but like, you definitely are not as sensitive.
No, you don't feel every little lick and tingle.
But when you've got no hair on your pussy, you just feel it all, and that smoothness feels so good just to touch. Like, even that touch, I'm like, ooh, a little bit wet.
Just slides in easier. I mean, like, it's like if you're a guy who loves having your ball sucked, like, keep it trim.
Keep it clean.
Like, if you're like,
I don't mind sucking a little ball here and there.
I don't mind.
Like
it doesn't bother me. It would never be a deal breaker. But like, if that's something that you're like,
imagine putting a fucking hairy sack in your mouth. I can't.
What do you mean? I do it all the time. Girls gotta eat.
A hairy one.
Yeah, it happens. But yeah, I just feel like if you like that, you should trim, take care of yourself.
Also, though, if you're a guy who likes that, you need to be trimmed and clean, but you cannot also be the kind of guy that expects a woman to be really cleanly shaven if you're not.
Yeah, and you also, if you're a guy who likes getting rimmed, shave your asshole. I feel
keep it clean. Keep it clean.
You have to have a clean asshole if you love your asshole being cleaned. I have my asshole lasered.
Wait. Mine's lasered as well, and the lady the other day had to shave a little bit because you can't reach in there.
You can't reach in there. You gotta like.
She was like,
shit out.
Hang on, I'm just gonna get in there, and then I was like, okay, and because they cover your eyes up, so you can't see what's going on, and then I just hear this
they cover your eyes up,
like because of the laser light.
Oh, as in you wear glasses and stuff. Yeah.
So I couldn't see it, so like then I could just hear this like behind me, and I'm like laying there with my cheeks spread.
Does she make you grab your cheeks and hold them open?
Yeah.
It's
so
the
funny.
same
with waxing.
It's the same, but like it's so funny when you get so used to laser and you just like they're like flip around and you're like okay,
you're just like hang on.
You're just like so
it's
immune.
Not even a thing. Like it's so funny, but yeah, I was like oh my god, and I felt really embarrassed to just shave my butt, and then I was like actually I did the best I could.
You know what? Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think we've granted all the 3 wishes though.
We have, and
we've given you a hard pill to swallow and some extra info, so now you know us really well.
You know our cutesy stories as well.
You know all about us.
All right.
Okay.
See ya next week.
Deuces.
Bye. That's it for this episode, fam. Thanks for listening.
If you have any questions, topics, or suggestions, you can DM us on Instagram. The link is in our bio.
And don't forget, whose pussy is this?
It's yours.
Deuces.
Bye.